Okay, now we have more than 40 participants. I think now we can begin. Like, uh, uh, just before beginning, I want to thank all of you for joining this call. I'll be setting up the context quickly. Then after that, Nasia's team will be taking over on this. So this call is basically uh, to give you an idea what we have updated in Fire version 6.5 till now. The Fire version was 6.0. The latest version release is Fire 6.5. So there are certain changes. What are the changes introduced? What are the new code systems or the new value sets are introduced? What are the changes in the profile? And what are some other updates in the newer version of Fire that will be there will be a walkthrough by the NRCS team so that whenever there is update, you will be already knowing what are the changes we need to do in our Fire profiles. Right. Now I would like someone from an RCS team to take over. Thank you.
Yes. Hello, good afternoon, everyone. And I'm Saili, and I will take you through the changes that are available for implementers of the NHCX through FHR ABDM IG. Let me share my screen. Is my screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes. Just so today I will walk you through the changes that we have done in 1.5.0 ABDM IG, Fire Implementation Guide for ABDM. So these are the highlights that are already conveyed to the NRCS users or implementers. So in the broad highlights contains we have added some new additions in terms of code systems and value sets. We have introduced these value sets based on the feedbacks and value set or set of codes provided by NHA. So there is a code system, adjudication reasons, form code, payment type, output value, output type, reason code. These are the new code system added, and for those code system we have created a value set with the codes provided by NHA based on multiple workflows that are there in NHCX, and required code were shared, and we have created the value sets, and now these codes and value sets are available for you to use in your uh, Fire bundle that you are creating. So to start with, I just want to convey you that all the changes or whatever changes that are available currently are not breakable changes. Your old code will also should go like run fine, and these are the changes since value sets are not mandated yet. All the value set binding is example. So now onwards, we encourage you to use these value sets and give us a feedback if any other workflows need some more value sets or some more values or code in it. So we wanted you to go through all these value sets very carefully, and very like look into the perspective, look from the perspective that what requirements are covered and what all not are not covered yet, so you can convey these. There has been some updates and enhancement. These were the existing value sets that were there. When whenever claiming, we need to provide what all services or line item that we have provided while taking care of that patient. So those value sets were enhanced, those were already available, and we have definitely we have changed some of the profiles. So again, these are not breakable changes. We just have changed the cardinality, and some elements are made must support. Okay, other updates, like we have enhanced our examples, uh, some UI changes and minor bugs and improvements that are only related to IG are being done. So all this version history of all the IG's version is available here. You can go through it, you can browse through it, and let us know if there are any changes or updates that you need further. So all these changes, I will take you to through all the or the workflow that are being affected, or the relevance of these changes in each of the workflow where it is applicable. I will go through it. So So consider a scenario where claim submission is happening. So we have enhanced two value sets here: product and services and benefit category. So the product and services, consider a use case where provider is initiating a claim submission and or a pre-auth request. So use case, consider a pre-auth and a claim request where API that you can, for pre-authorization submit API is there, and for claim submission submit API is there. So to to describe what all services being provided, this product or services value set were already there, that we have enhanced and made it more focused towards the particular services that are considered as a line item in claim while claiming. So the enhancement, the Snowmed City was the code system that was used, and we have now focused codes that from Snowmed City will be there. So the fire binding of this value set is claim item के product and services element. So the binded this value set is binded towards this. So whenever you will be submitting a claim in your fire bundle, whenever you will be filling your claim resource in product and services, we are expected to use this value set on standard code system. Okay. Similarly, there is another value set that we have enhanced is benefit category. So product and services will define the exact service that is provided, and the category will tell you the broader aspect of that service from which category it belongs to. So these value set we have updated and enhanced to be very specific on what we are providing in terms of category of that service and what exactly the product and service. So the complete details we can see here. The use case is this. The value set binding, the exact element of fire is this, and we are expecting and we are recommending you to use this value set. Okay. So product and services and benefit category while claim submission. Okay. Or pre-auth. So next use case where we are having a response of submitted claim. Okay, here we have introduced new value sets where while after adjudication, we are giving also mentioning the reason for adjudication. Okay, so whether it is approved or not approved, partially approved. So there were codes given by NHA that we have incorporated in the form of adjudication reason code, which gives you the exact reason of every line item adjudicated. Okay, so consider a use case where we are sending a response for pre-authorization and claim, and we need to have a reason for each line item for that after adjudication. So reason can be mentioned in the item adjudication dot reason element. Okay, and whenever there is a need, while responding, there we got a query from implementers that they need to have provide letter, like there are multiple documents, whether it is denial or approval letter, they wanted to share that as well. So we identified a element where you can share that and ask that as an attachment, which is claim response dot. Okay, so we have introduced this new value set at this claim response dot form code element of fire, where you can add this attachment. Okay, so you can provide your approval or denial letter at this element using this value set. Okay, There is one resource which is task, which is being used under multiple workflows. Okay, the task bundle. So there are multiple use cases like search, payment notice, insurance plan request, communication. We are using this task bundle. Okay, so in order to identify for what purpose this task is coming, we have there are two element in task. Okay, task input and task output. So based on the API, okay, so while we call the reprocess API, the input of the task and the output of the task is defined so that the understanding and processing becomes better. So while providing this slides basically
हो गया डॉक्टर साहब चेक कर लो आप
okay, so this
हाँ
slide
दोबारा से कर लो
basically
हो जाएगा
gives
अभी
the context of the next
हाँ
value set and changes that we have done. So consider a reprocess API where in input of the task we are providing claim number in order to we wanted to say that we want to reprocess this API for
हो
some
गया
for
रजिस्टर हो रहा
particular record since it uh,
है नहीं नहीं हमारा इशू है रजिस्टर
Abhilash Gopal, I'm requesting all the participants to please mute yourself. If there is any query, please let me know. Yeah. Nitin Kedar, can you please mute yourself? Yes, thank you. Thank you, everyone. So, while the reprocess, as an input, we provide a claim number. Okay. So, we are telling the type of input I'm providing is a claim number, and in value, I'm sending actual number that I want to reprocess. So, whenever I reprocess API will be called, this as a task input will go, and its output will come also in task bundle saying with the claim response resource. Okay, and we will mention that the type of output, the nature of output, what exactly type is include. So whenever we are having a response of type or input, whenever we are providing, suppose a workflow is there, and for that workflow we need a resource as an input. Okay, we need to provide a resource as an input. Okay, here I can see that resource is the resource as an input. So I'm mentioning its type as include. Okay, so I am including a resource, complete fire, different resource as an input. And whenever I am having a output of, which has any fire resource, I'm again mentioning a type as include. So thumb rule is whenever I'm having input or output as a fire resource, I'm defining its type include. And for all other cases, suppose I'm providing a string that could be a claim number, policy number, provider ID. I'm mentioning what exactly it is. Okay, in type. So for those, value sets are created that I will explain you in use cases better. So this is to define the exact context of the task. Since task is used in multiple workflows, this table gives you the brief idea what input and output is expected and what value set you can use here. So for search, similarly for search, you will provide, whenever you wanted to search a claim, you will provide a claim number. So type will be a claim number, value will be that claim number, and in response, you will get that processing claim response. Okay, similarly for payment notice, you will include payment notice as a resource, and in the output, you will define the actual status of that task output, whether payment is acknowledged, for example, payment is that, and there are some other values in it as well. For insurance plan, like if you are requesting an insurance plan based on policy number, you will get actual, since it shows NA not applicable, because you're not getting a task resource there, you are actually getting the insurance plan resource. Okay, for communication, you're providing input as a communication request, and you are getting communication in the input itself. Okay, so these are the value sets that are available to describe type of input, type of output, and actual output values in payment notice status code. Okay, so let's consider there is a workflow of claim reprocessing. Okay, here new value set is introduced, reason code and output type value. So consider a use case where provide initiates a reprocess request for a claim that are partially approved or rejected. Okay, and with the reason code why they want to reprocess that code. So consider a use case of reprocess where task submit API is used. You will use this value set here at the task resource code, which will actually indicate the reason behind the task. Okay, and the task output code, definitely it is used to describe the type of output, in what form I am getting that output, whether it is a resource. If it is a resource, complete another fire resource, you will have include, and if it defines some status like acknowledgement and other status, you will mention task output type as status. Uh, a payment notice and acknowledgement use case where payer sends a payment notice to provider indicating payment is indicating payment and its and its breakdown in reconciliation. So we have introduced a new value set called payment type, what type of payment it is, whether it is TDS or any penalties or that kind of type that we have defined. And in output value we have whenever you will be giving the output of that in terms of status, you will have these output value sets. So whenever you will have a payment note workflow, these two value set you need to use at this binding of the fire element. Okay, so these were the new value sets introduced and enhancement that were profile changes. We have definitely changed profile, but those are not breakable as such. So there were some changes in claim profile where we have updated cardinality. Earlier, claim identifier has one cardinality, means it is supposed to have only single identifier, but understanding the actual scenario, we got a request to have multiple identifiers for the claim. So we have updated its cardinality to one to many. In claim response also, we have changed the cardinality of the adjudication reason. Earlier it used to zero sorry 1 to 1, and we made it optional, like at some times the reason like it is approved or something like that. So we have marked some of the element as must support, and that is request element of the claim. Insurance plan may, as per the PMJY's requirement, they wanted to have extensions which were there earlier in at different elements. So we have added these extensions like claim condition and claim supporting info requirement, which ensures essential document to actually support that condition. So we added these two at benefit and plan level as well. Okay, and task, so we have must supported one element, reason code, for which we have already given a value set for that. Okay, and all these changes are now available, and all of it are useful in any of the workflows that are there in NHCX. So I hope you will now onwards use these value sets. All these value sets are currently example with example binding, so you may not get error You will not get an error if you don't use it, but we recommend it to use. So all changes are done here. And if you have any queries, please let us know. So that is all from, the changes that we have done in this current version of 6.5.0. Any questions? Any things that you want me to further clarify?
So this is Manish from Labor General Insurance. So is it possible to see the comparative analysis of current version and older version, where we can see the fire bundle, what are the new things get added and what might be modified? Just kind of
Yes.
summary. And if you want details, if you want to show details, we can go through details also. What are all the fire bundles are modified as a part
So-
of new version?
Yes.
That's-
Just. So if you want to have a details of things, so the details are available at this point, at this page. Okay, and the scenario that this details can be utilized, or each change can be utilized, I just told you about. I will share, if you want, I will share this presentation. Okay, this presentation has the workflow. Like here you can see the submission, like claim submission workflow, where API that is being used, and the change, exact change कहाँ पे हुआ है is और कहाँ पे वो value set binding is there, that element we have provided. You can go through these changes actually. So everything is there in the presentation. I will share this presentation, and the detail analysis, since we have examples as well.
Got it. So all the use cases you already covered in presentation, where you already
Yes.
modified the things, you added new things, and details you can go through the wiki pages or in the documentation.
Yes.
Got it.
Yes.
Thank you.
Actually, all the changes are listed here itself. What
Sumit, I recall
workflow
it.
is there, what new value set or enhancement that are done. You just need to go through it, each and every like scenario, and you need to adapt those changes. And if you feel any difficulty, or whether it is understanding or any other things, you please share it with us, and we will then try to clarify that further. If
Thanks, Ed.
any of you has tried to adapt these changes and they face any difficulty, please let me know. So you can see here is the history page, where you can see the exact what changes is being done, which I have already covered in highlight slides. And you can go through the actual value set, and suppose this is the adjudication reason. So these are the reasons that were given by the NHA team, and expert at NHA. So they gave this standard list of reasons while adjudicating. If you find while implementing that some reason is not covered here, you please let us know that this reason is not covered, or you, if you are not able to map it correctly, please let us know. We will try to map it with reasons, and if it is not there, we will add it. So that kind of feedback, and if anything queries you have, we wanted you to convey to us. So everything is listed here, and we want you to go through it and let us know if you feel any difficulty.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, please.
Yeah. So basically, one question was with regard to packages. This is commonly being used in GIPSA as well as PMJAY.
Yes.
We really don't know how to handle this, because
Yes,
you're asking for services to have SNOMED, as these packages that don't have anything like a SNOMED code.
Yes, we have like some of the one of the implementer has already shared the GIPSA package, and we could see that the services provided in that packages are already available in the SNOMED City. If you could browse through the SNOMED City content, okay. So, but before that, we are currently working on PMJY packages, okay. So somehow we should be able to map it to the SNOMED city if it is available, and if not, we will add a SNOMED city, or we will provide a content request for SNOMED city, and then we will be able to provide that value set for packages. For GIPSA and other package, we again see, since GIPSA is one of the package, SNOMED city is another package, and we are currently working on incorporating package as a concept. Okay, currently it is not, because in SNOMED city you cannot define a package, like just a package word is not there, because it is not a clinical terminology associated with medical aspects. So package you will not find, but how you can go about it currently is you can define single line item, the services in that package, so that you will be able to find it in SNOMED city for sure. But yes, to define a complete package, we are working on currently PMJAY packages. And after that, if there is concept like and other things can be done. Yes. So currently to go with, you will have to mention single line item in that package.
Okay, thank you. The other thing which we had noticed was with regard to some of the examples. This was with the insurance plan. And there what we found was that what is mentioned, for example, is that ambulance is mentioned as a not as a service, but as the equipment itself, which is obviously not the intent of the code.
You found ambulance as a in our example, you find that mistake, is it?
Yeah, and
Yeah,
in fact, what happened was one of the insurance companies they used that same thing and sent it to us saying that this is for the, and so
okay,
that's how we found it.
Okay. Then definitely this should be corrected. You please can you mail us that
Yeah, sure, I'll do
yeah,
it.
yeah. See, one of the thing I need to highlight here, examples are for the reference purposes, and it covers a single scenario. Okay, it is not like what we have found is many implementers are directly taking examples and they are incorporating, they are making changes as per their values, and they're just altering the content of the example and they're sending it for validation and all. I just want to highlight here, example shows one instance of that particular use case. Okay, you may have other information that you should incorporate with that example. So examples are just for reference purposes, and definitely there are areas where you will find a mistake, and you please inform us regarding that, and we shall update it as soon as possible in next release. So many implementers have reported that also, and that is why in our other updates we have updated our examples as well. So this is a continuous process. Whenever we get a feedback or something like that, we immediately update those examples, so that we do. So I request you to please put such corrections that there as well.
Sure, thank you.
Hi, Sally. A quick question on the form codes. There was
Yes.
some recommendation in adding some additional form codes. Not sure if those are taken up for
Form codes.
implement.
So yeah, in form codes, currently we are expecting 2 documents only. One is approval letter and one is denial letter. Four actually. Just let me share my screen. So currently in form codes, we are expecting these documents only, based on the different scenario, whether it is approval, denial letter, and all those things. So apart from this, if you have that exact scenario
Yes.
where that particular form is expected, you please can you please email us so that we
So
can
that
work on
was shared with NHA earlier already. So, for example, enhancement approval, enhancement denial, discharge denial. These are some additional form codes that will
Form code,
encompass.
you mean for that you share a document or something?
Yes.
Because if okay, I need to understand the exact scenario, then we can then need to discuss it one to one so that see, ideally every information should be covered in the fire resource. Only these few forms that or documents in the form of like the element name is form code, but we are sharing a document here. So we should not allow everything to go as a scan copy or a document, so that implementer will not feel that data in the structured manner. So we are encouraging having data filled in a structured manner in a fire resource. So first we need to understand the exact need of that document, whether the information within that document, if it is not put in a structured manner in fire resource, then we can think of having it in a form code. Okay, but if that information is we can segregate and fill
Okay,
in
so
a element of any fire resource, we should not have that form code, like, or document we should not.
I'm looking at the form code that has been mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
This has covered few scenarios, while
Mm-hmm.
some other scenarios has not been covered. So either you incorporate all the scenarios or you don't incorporate all the scenarios. So
Yes, yes,
this covers only some. So to cover all the scenarios, there was a recommendation to add additional form codes, which was shared with NHA.
Okay, let's then I need to then revise it again. Maybe need to look into it again, and then we will update it. So from your side, you can please share those scenario with NRC team as well, and maybe in a call we can discuss that if required. The exact need of having those code, we can definitely incorporate it.
Sure. Okay. Thank you.
So basically, this build version has new value set, new code systems, and few profile updates. You just need to focus on that value set and the binding associated with fire element. And since these are not compulsory required binding value set, so you may not get error, but definitely in your claim processing and further analysis of what all claims has been processed, and from the analytics point of view, we recommend you all of you to use these value sets. These are currently with the example binding only, but we recommend to use it. And if you find something is not there, as sir has already mentioned, so we want you to tell us with the complete description and scenario. We want that feedback from all of you.
One question that we had was with regard to the where a claim is rejected or partially approved.
Mhm.
So when we create the task bundle,
Mhm.
one of them, of course, is the task resource itself. But apart from that, I guess we need to also include as a part of it the revised claim with what changes are required based on the response that we have got from the insurance
Yes,
company.
for reprocess, with the reprocess, you can do that. You should be able
Oh,
to do that.
okay.
Reprocess API.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Sayali ma'am, for taking us through the
Yes,
changes that has been made.
there is one more thing I wanted to highlight here. So we
Yes,
have,
ma'am.
yes, just let me. So whenever while implementing or referring, we want you to refer the file profiles that are available on our IG. Okay, you should go through the this structure only. Okay, the differential table will give the changes that we have done, and the snapshot where table will give the complete view of that resource, including metadata and other things that it gives you the expanded view of everything. Okay, and we want you to have the uh, detailed review, and go through to each and every resource carefully, which you are implementing, and we want you to give that feedback form. Okay, so we have this feedback available here, which we want you to submit if you fail, if you like if you come across any errors or any expected changes that you want in IG. We request you to fill this feedback form as well. Okay, so this basically aims towards having error in whether examples, or if you find any error in resource profiling, कि आपको ये वाला element must support चाहिए, or mandatory चाहिए, or a value set you wanted to enhance for your identified data. This is not there, so we want you to please go fill the feedback form as well, so that we will have the clear idea of on what page you want that changes, and a type of feedback where if you find change request is there, or you want to give some comments or input or any technical corrections type of thing that you want to suggest us. So we please request you to fill that feedback form if you come across any changes or things that you wanted to report us through mail. Either you can, or feedback form also available. So this is available in the itself. So I will share this presentation to NHA Raghav and Vishwajit team, NH6 team, and they will further share it with you, so that you can go through each changes, and you will then take care of those value sets. Yes, anything else? And yes, one more things. I hope you are all validating every resource programmatically. So whenever you will be now targeting to the 6.5.0 version of this IG, we expect you to make changes in your code as well, in terms of so there are multiple ways you can validate. So whenever you are down, like package, if you are using, you need to just exchange the package, and if you are using a programmatical command where you are mentioning the package code, so you need to mention that hashtag ndhm package name. So there you need to change just 6.5.0 version in your program. So programmatically, while validating, if you want, validation should happen through this IG version. So either you need to replace the package, or you need to mention ndhm.in hashtag the version that is 6.5.0. So we hope all of you are doing it programmatically. So that changes you to do.
Salim, Manish here again. So from the adoption point of view, we have to adopt this framework immediately, or it's our choice? We can extend.
See, we recommend you to adopt this. Definitely, there are no mandates as such, but we recommend you to adopt this, so that see, the IG will be enhanced based on your requirement and your need. So if you adopt it, if more people adopt it, we will get we will get our IG enhanced, and all of the workflows will be
Got it. So you are recommending, you are not forcing to adopt immediately, right? So it's our
S-
choice.
See, there are no mandates of use of SNOMED city as well. But yes, as an NRCS, we recommend to have a standard terminology and everything. Latest.
I think, Sally, I just wanted to add, if you do not adopt it, you will definitely referring to the older data set. So although the IG is compatible, but the new implementers, whoever are trying to use new code sets and new structures, you won't be able to parse them because you are still on the older version of the standard. It's simple versioning system, right? So forward compatible systems will be able to definitely use data, even of the backward compatible systems, but not the vice versa. So it is always recommended and it is always good practice to keep up to date and adopt the latest ones. I think recommendation would come from NHA. That's the idea.
Thanks, both of you, Sally.
Any other question from any of the participants? If you don't have any more queries, I think you can close the session. And after this, we'll be sharing the PPT and other details with all of the participants. I would like to thank NRCS team for joining us for giving us a good walkthrough of the latest version of FHIR 6.5.0. Thank you all participants, and hope we'll be soon moving to the latest version of the FHIR. Anything NRCS team wants to add to this?
Yes, that is all from our side. If anything is needed further, please let us know, and we recommend these changes to be adapted. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. We are closing this call. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.